So, hi there! Today we are talking about beauty basics, specifically primer, because I want to help you feel comfortable and confident with makeup. So, what the hell is primer? Primer is the first step of your makeup routine. It's going to provide a barrier between your skin and your makeup. It's going to allow your makeup to glide on smoothly and last longer. All good things. Primer is important for a lot of reasons, one of which is that it's going to lock in that moisture because of that barrier. So it's going to keep your skin hydrated all day long from the effort that we put into our skincare routine. And then it's also going to even out your skin tone. I love it because it reduces the redness in my own skin that I have, and it also reduces the imperfections. It's going to prevent makeup from clogging your pores or slipping, sliding, settling into any fine lines and wrinkles, and just kind of reduce imperfections of your skin. When we think about our skin, it's really texturized, right? We have pores all over our face in varying sizes, and that differs from person to person as well. But I think of it as almost the texture of an orange, okay? Like our pores, there's some texture, there's some rough roads ahead. But when you put primer on top of that, it almost smooths it out to like the texture of an apple, if you can follow me with that visual. You're gonna use less makeup, which is great because there's less surface area, right? So we went from rough roads, smooth roads. You're actually gonna use less makeup, which is good because if we're spending good money on our makeup, right, we want to make sure that we're getting the best bang for the buck. Plus, it's going to help it last much longer. I brought a friend. I am going to kind of give a little bit of a visual example of this, and here's how I'm going to do it. So I have my foundation, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. I'm going to pick up with my foundation brush. It's not much foundation. I probably need a little bit more, honestly, but let's just see what happens. Okay, so put foundation, and this is a good foundation, but you can kind of see, let me adjust the focus. Okay, so we can kind of see that it's getting pretty good coverage, but especially like there, it has, you can see those pores, if you will. All right. Now I'm going to put some primer on the back of my hand. And we're just going to put that right next to the color so that we can have like a comparison. Just a little bit. I'm going to pick up a little foundation. And let's layer that. Okay. Do you see that difference? So you're going to get the true pigment of the color, and it's going to sit on top of the barrier as opposed to sinking in to the crevices and the pores of, the orange or our face, if you will. So think of that as the same thing with our face. So that's why it's important that we want to use primer to protect our skin and to let us use less makeup. It's going to glide on nicely and prevent it from slipping into any fine lines or wrinkles. I like to put some primer on the back of my hand. That's probably too much. I don't know. We'll see. And then I kind of just like dab into it with my brush. And I just use my foundation brush, a nice clean foundation brush. And I'm just going to I like to spread the product a little bit first, dab it around, and then follow up with smoothing it all in. And you can bring it down a little bit, especially if you know that you're going to be bringing foundation down a little or contouring. But I like to focus on, the areas where our pores are largest, especially. Make sure we have even coverage. I don't do my eyelids because there's also an eye base that I use. So eye base is going to have a different consistency and a slightly, going to have a different formula for sure, and a slightly different purpose than a face primer, though the concepts are the same. And then just so you know, there's also lip primers, which kind of like lock color into place and keep your lips hydrated so that the lipstick can like smoothly go over the lips as opposed to, again, settling into like if we have dry or cracked lips or anything like that, which I get all the time in the winter. And then also like a lash primer. So before mascara to kind of help seal, protect our lashes for that. So I love this primer. I love it. The reasons I love it is because, like I said, I have redness in my skin and I can already feel it and visually see it toning down. And it kind of just gives like a nice soft veil. So you can totally just wear primer on days that you like don't want to wear makeup. You can just put this on. And what's also great about is the protective properties. So not only is it going to lock in moisture, it's providing that barrier. So there's tons of, oxidants and toxins and whatever we know in the air that we breathe all the time. Then all of those affect the structure of our skin. So this is going to protect it. Makeup's like body armor. If that's helpful, maybe that empowers you to be like, yeah, I'm a warrior and I'm gonna wear my body armor, my war paint, my body armor before I go out in the world. You do you, whatever you need. But it's gonna protect the structure of your skin and keep it standing up and not collapsing, because collapsing skin structure is literally what wrinkles are. Recommendations. I always want to make sure I leave you with like a place to go, or you learned so much, how can you get your hands on something? So what do I recommend? I recommend the Complexion Perfection Face Primer by Motives. Love it, super silky, and it's just what I've been using for years that I've had the best results with. If you want to try it yourself, links are below with a promo code as well. This video was designed with the absolute basics in mind and kind of answering those most frequently asked questions that I get from my clients over the years and on a daily basis. If you feel that you're not 100% clear, or if you have an additional question, please feel free to leave a comment below. I will get back to you by typing a response and probably incorporate that into a future video. If this worked for you, please let me know in the comments if this was helpful and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. This video is just one of 14 videos in my Beauty Basics series, so head to the playlist link above, right up in that corner, right there, if you want some more information and educational resources so that you can feel more comfortable and confident with your makeup. Makeup is fun, makeup is for everyone, so now it's on you. Go have some fun, try something new. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.